Weather is brought to you by your locally owned Midas of Eastern Ontario, with lifetime guarantees on brakes, suspension, exhaust, and now on tires. Come and experience the Midas difference.
As we suspected, the extended period of freezing rain continued through the night as temperatures remained either at freezing or below in most communities across the region. It did switch to a little drizzle this morning and then stopped. We have another round of rain on the way tonight with a risk of freezing rain. Now, areas away from Lake Ontario to the north, you don't get that buffer. It's about 5 or 6 Celsius, that body of water, and so it creates sort of a milder situation, and so you see the rain transition a little sooner, less freezing rain. But in those communities north away from the lake and east along the St. Lawrence, you're looking at a greater risk of freezing rain. In fact, freezing rain warnings remain in effect still for areas away from Kingston. Rain Friday, 10 to 15 millimeters in the Kingston area. Cloudy Saturday, clearing late Sunday, and that's when things start to cool down too. Sunny and cold for Monday, and wet flurries are possible Tuesday. I'd also like to mention that Friday night into Saturday morning, there's a wee chance of a wet flurry. Just something breezing through a low-pressure system that might just skin us. We'll point it out in a moment. So this is your daytime highs across the region. Everybody just hovering around the freezing mark in eastern Ontario, a little better in southern Ontario with highs of about 3. They saw that transition to rain a little sooner. And areas away from the lake, like I said, it was a little cooler. Sitting at 1 right now, northeastern winds moving in about 17 kilometers per hour. Mostly cloudy. It's been that way for a few hours now. Now, it was about 10 millimeters of rain overnight, but I'm giving 5 because this is the accretion. We had about a ½ centimeter of ice coating on everything as a result of the freezing rain in the Kingston area. Areas away from Kingston, you didn't see much rain mixed in with that freezing rain, and so you probably saw more accretion, that buildup of ice on any surface. We are looking at another couple lows merging, moving off, bringing in that, you can see the pink there again, the dreaded pink. That's what brings the mixed precipitation and the freezing rain. That will continue through the overnight tonight in those communities closest to Lake Ontario. You'll see that switch to rain a little sooner. High pressure building in the north is likely to keep this low at bay. We might just get touched by it Friday night into Saturday morning, and that might bring us a taste of flurries, not very much at all. This is what we're looking at now. Cloudy conditions, but yes, in the wee hours of the morning, we see the rain and that risk of freezing rain as it pushes north. A greater risk of freezing rain to communities in the north and to the east. Away from Lake Ontario, you see it continue. By the afternoon tomorrow, the probability diminishes and gets out of the way. There's that little bit of flurry I mentioned, the overnight Friday into Saturday morning, but it doesn't last long. And then we start to see the cloud break up a little bit. Here's your watches and warnings now, freezing rain warnings for communities away from Lake Ontario and to the east. We are looking at a risk of freezing rain in Belleville, Kingston, but we are also seeing a greater risk and freezing rain warnings for communities even just north of the 401 and up along Gananoque, Sydenham, you know, those areas just outside the city. You will see an extended period of freezing rain again through the overnight. 3 degrees for a high in Belleville tomorrow. You've got periods of rain. There's about 5 millimeters tonight, Belleville, and then another 10 to 15 tomorrow. Don't be surprised if that 5 millimeters of drizzle and light rain overnight is not of the freezing variety. Temperatures may dip down to freezing or just below that. Saturday, a high 2, cloudy skies, and then Sunday, a small chance of a flurry in the morning, but then we see some partial clearing later in the day, clearing and cooling as we roll into the work week. Brockville, a high of 1. There's a good chance of freezing rain. Yes, a freezing rain warning in effect, and you're looking at that mixed at times with a wet flurry. Saturday, a high 2, cloudy. Sunday, high 2, and a good chance of flurries or light snow. Smiths Falls, high 1, and freezing rain warning for you as well. Could be mixed with a shower or even a bit of a flurry at times. For Saturday, high 2, cloudy. Cloudy again Sunday with a high of 1 Celsius. Kingston, your forecast, 2 seems to be the magic number for the next few days, and then it drops off as we roll into the work week. We do have some rain tonight, about 5 millimeters, a risk of freezing rain with that. Changing to rain by morning with a high of 2 degrees. We'll see 10 to 15 millimeters of rain through the day. Saturday, cloudy, high 2, rising to 2 again on Sunday. Cloudy skies and a good chance of showers mixed with flurries, and we see temperatures dropping. Monday, it's a mix of sun and cloud with a high of 2. Enjoy that because we're back to cloudy skies Tuesday with a high of -1. There is a small chance of some flurries, building to a period of snow by the afternoon. Wednesday, a mix of sun and cloud, a high -5 and up to -2 Thursday, and cloudy skies. Now, your weather wallpaper.
Weather Wallpaper is brought to you by Christine Geary's Maple Leaf Tours Travel Cruise. Visit mapleleaftours.com to get into the picture.
Alex C. sends this in from his backyard. Everything is coated in ice. Icicles and the sheet of ice. And everything was so shiny this morning when I looked out the window. That all the snow that was coated in ice, it was very reflective. Pretty, but wow. Dangerous.
Yeah, for sure.
Be careful out there because there's more rain tonight, and those communities away from Lake Ontario, like I said, there's a greater risk of freezing rain. If I spent time talking about all the towns, villages, and hamlets and the freezing rain warnings associated with those, I'd take up all your news time, Bill. But just know that north of the lake, there's a greater risk.
Okay. There is a big risk today, even after it stopped, Bill, because as you were alluding to there, chunks of ice were falling from anything, whether it was utility lines and trees and rooftops. When
cars speeding down the road,
well,
and
yes,
sheets of ice flying off of them. That happened a couple times today.
Yeah.
I thought it were going to land right on my windshield.
Yeah, that's dangerous for sure. But and walking underneath it, you just don't know it's on the way down. But I guess it got mild enough to soften it and bring some of it down, which I guess is a good thing because you don't want that coating, even though that picture looks beautiful, you don't want that coating to stick around for very long because it might snap if it gets windy or, you know, with more rain or whatever. So it just adds to the problem, right?
Yeah, it's nice when it comes down. It's just the timing, you know, you got to make sure you're not under it when it falls, right?
That's always the trick, isn't it, at this time of year, Bill? And so, yeah, a little more of that tonight, probably a lot more north of, as you were saying, north of 401 and to the east, and then rain for everyone else. But even the rain is going to cause some problems too, right? We just seem to be getting it all this week. All kinds of different weather. Keeping you busy, right?
Oh, yeah.
Have to give you some extra time. Okay, we'll find out what's in your 10-day outlook a little bit later. Thank you, Bill. And it's over to Bill now with the next 10 days.
Yeah, we're still not out of the woods on those freezing rain warnings. Rain tonight in the Kingston area and Belleville, too. We could see about 10 to 15 millimeters of rain tomorrow. It starts in the early morning hours. Now, as it's cooler in the early morning hours, there is a risk of freezing rain. Areas away from the city to the north and to the east, you are looking at a greater risk. In fact, there are freezing rain warnings outside of the Kingston area. Saturday and Sunday, highs of 2, and we've looked at that chance of showers, maybe mixed with a flurry as temperatures drop Sunday, and then it really cools off. Monday, high -2, mix of sun and cloud. A chance of flurries moving in for Tuesday with a high 1. -5 for high Wednesday. And a mix of sun and cloud. Cloudy for Thursday, -2. And for Groundhog Day, a high -2, a mix of sun and cloud. February 2nd. February 3rd, it's a mix of sun and cloud, a high -2. And then the following Sunday, -1 and a mix of sun and cloud. Nice to see no precipitation from Wednesday to Sunday. Getting a bit of a break from the active weather.
Yeah. Good.
Yes, it will be nice after what we've received the last week or so.
Yes.
Lots of shoveling, and today lots of trying to stay upright, really, with the ice.
I took a tumble leaving work last night right out front here.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just my pride, really. Some guy was walking by, he saw me. He tried not to laugh, but I knew inside he was laughing.
That was me.
Was that you?
No,
I heard you over there scraping your windshield.
Yeah.
That's what you were doing.
Well, you need to get these things that Bill has, these little attachments for the bottom of your shoe.
Yes.
Like
what a great gift that was. What do you call them? Clamp-ons or something? You put them over your shoe and they got the little metal spikes.
Yeah, little
dig
cleats
right
on
into
them.
things. You won't slip in those.
I got to get some of those.
Yeah.
You got to get
them?
yourself some of those.
I want some. Gift
Yeah.
them.
And while Shauna's practicing going down Fort Henry Hill on her GT racer on ice-covered snow.
Not recommended.
You'd be in Gananoque before you know it, Shauna.
Yeah, I think so.
We'll be right back.
Your long range. We're watching CKWS News at 11.
A very icy system pushing through, making way for another rainy system, coming in waves, this precipitation. And it varies what you're getting depending on where you are. The farther south you are, the closer to Lake Ontario, the more of a rain event it is. Everybody got a good dose of freezing rain, but now that the second low starts to push through, we're seeing it transition to more rain, especially for those communities along the north shores of Lake Ontario. Other areas outside of Kingston, Sydenham, Gananoque, right up through Smiths Falls and Ottawa, it's more of a freezing rain issue. As soon as you get away from that warm body of water, it becomes a greater issue. Your latitude goes north, you're looking at a lot more freezing rain. Freezing rain warnings for most everybody except for the immediate Kingston area. We are looking at another low trying to push through, not really having much of an effect over the weekend, really. Some of us might see a wet flurry because high pressure is going to keep this system at bay over the weekend. But we are looking at some cloudy skies as a result of that on Saturday. Belleville high 3, and yes, we do have some freezing rain overnight, turning to rain in the morning. 10 to 15 millimeters of rain expected for Friday in the Quinte region. Saturday, a high 2, cloudy skies, up to 2 again on Sunday. And it looks like there is a chance of some flurries, probably mixed with the showers that rises to 2. And then some clearing late in the day. Look out for cooling, too. Brockville, a high of 1, and freezing rain warning through the overnight and through the day tomorrow. When it gets up to that 1, it'll be mixed with a bit of a shower. And then Saturday, 2 degrees and cloudy conditions. Come Sunday, a high 2 and an 80% chance of flurries. Smiths Falls, you'll see a high 1 tomorrow. Freezing rain warnings in effect for you as well. Saturday, a high 2, cloudy, and then up to 1 Celsius on Sunday and cloudy skies as well. Kingston, your forecast. We've got about 5 millimeters of rain overnight, mixed with freezing rain as it drops below freezing for a few hours in the wee hours of the morning. That turns to rain in the morning, a high 2, up to 2 again Saturday. You could have 10 to 15 millimeters of rain Friday. Saturday, just cloudy. Looks like mixed precipitation Sunday to a degree. And then cooling off as we see some sunshine Monday, -1, cloudy and flurries. Tuesday, much cooler on Wednesday with a mix of sun and cloud. Cloudy Thursday and a high -2.